Hi! We're about to pass 1 million subscribers, which is amazing! And we have all of you to thank for this. So we wanted to do something a little special. So we're having a little Q&A session with all of us here so that you can get to know us a little bit better. So we're going to start off with some introductions.
Hey, I'm Will.
Hi, I'm Alyssa.
I'm Jacinta.
I'm Rachel.
I'm Jackson.
Hi, I'm Shannon. I'm the creator behind Bounce Patrol, so I do everything behind the scenes and make the videos for you guys.
Okay, so our first question comes from Crystal Bird, and she is from Texas, and she wants to know how Bounce Patrol got started.
Well, so I ran an amateur theatre company for about 10 years, and all of these guys were in a lot of the shows that we did. I was excited to start a new YouTube channel, so I was having a conversation with Jacinta, and Jacinta was trying to talk me into directing another musical because she wanted to do a show. So she was saying, we want to dance and sing, and I was saying, but I want to do a YouTube channel that's mainly educational. And so it just kind of came about, why don't we dance and sing and teach kids? And Bounce Patrol was born. And then I kind of got in contact with everyone and said, Jacinta and I are starting this thing and you need to come be a part of it. So it just kind of went from there.
Our next question is from Nathan Ginn. He wants to know, how did we all meet and start this?
Well, I can answer that one. So I went to school with Jacinta and Rachel and Shannon. I think we're all roughly in the same year level, but Shannon was a little bit younger than us, I think. I remember being quiet though in year 12. We had this year 9 brat kids that had come in, and it was Shannon, like the only year 9 allowed. Like, who's this little brat?
It's like
brat.
bossing everyone around.
That's exactly how it went down.
Exactly.
I met Shannon through friends and ended up joining a choir she was directing at the time, and through that I ended up meeting everyone else here at Bounce Patrol.
That's cool. And I went to university with Shannon, and we used to perform in musicals and do all that sort of stuff, and then I met all these guys doing the same thing.
Haley and Harper from
Yes.
Florida in the USA would like to know which one of you typically has the most bloopers
That is a very good question. What? And it's a bit hard.
Yeah. What do you even reckon? I think it's pretty equal between all of us.
I don't think
actually.
I make any, mate. Really. Nail every take.
The most bloopers.
Well, there we go, unanimous.
Yeah, pretty much.
Do you guys have a favourite blooper or outtake that you can remember?
I
Yeah.
do, which I think some of you have picked up. It's at the very start of Kids Life when we're all sitting on the grass and we get up, and if you catch just a little sliver there, you see me trip over Will's leg, which about 2 seconds later ends up with me face first on the ground.
So good.
Here we go, let's go.
And it made it into the video because it was still the best. There was the time that Alyssa poked you in the eye with
with
the
the
fairy.
wand.
Yeah.
Yeah. At the end of Halloween Rules, she went, Halloween Rules! Straight in the eyes.
Halloween rules! Hit me in the eye!
There was a time when I was being an astronaut, and I was piloting the spacecraft.
Yes.
I was sitting in the chair, and I was so excited at piloting the spacecraft, I went all the way backwards, and my
Everywhere.
That's a good sneak preview of a video that's coming out next month.
Yeah.
So there might be astronauts in there.
I should never go in space.
Archer and Elwyn in the UK would like to know which videos were the most fun to make and which videos were the most difficult.
Am I allowed to say the hardest ones for me were the ones where I had to work next to you? Because it was very distracting.
She just makes everybody laugh, so we can't get any work done.
There was a couple that we shot in about 38 degrees.
Oh my
heat.
goodness.
Yeah. A lot of
Celsius.
dancing, a lot of sweating.
Yeah, I don't know what that translates to in Fahrenheit, but
It's like over
It's like
100
degrees,
Yeah.
I think.
yeah.
And then the lights,
Yeah.
and then the costumes, and then
Especially
the dancing.
Go watch
pirates?
Old MacDonald when we're in onesies. Those
That was
onesies.
summer.
Yeah, that was filmed in the summer.
That was terrible.
That was hard.
That was very hard.
Yeah. I think the funnest Christmas ones, I don't know. I'm a bit of a sucker for holidays anyways. But I love the Halloween ones because I love all the different costumes we have.
Yeah.
And there's always really, like, it's always fun because we're always together and we get to do some fun choreography and
We had a lot of
throw
fun
lots of candy in the air.
with the goo.
That's true.
We had a lot of fun with you with the goo and
Yes.
Let's Get Spooky.
That was great.
For your swamp thing all
Yeah.
covered in goo. That was fun. We had a tarp out and there was goo flying everywhere.
Everywhere.
And
Where was I for that? I want to be Goo Man.
You didn't have to make the goo. It was
Oh, what? You made the
Yeah.
goo?
Homemade
Oh,
no.
Alyssa,
I did the goo.
homemade goo
It's
by
amazing.
Alyssa. It was crazy.
How do you make goo? I'm like, we just covered this quickly.
Corn
You might be later.
later.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
edible.
It's
It was edible,
Yeah.
yeah. It washed off quite easily, which was
Yeah,
very
except
good. We were
I
a bit
came into
surprised.
film a week later and I found goo on the lights and on the ceiling.
I reckon Shannon would probably say the hardest videos to make are when she has to get us all to do the same dance move at the same time and look at the camera
Yeah.
and say the same words. Almost impossible.
Yeah.
And the lyrics for the ice cream song.
I was going to say, I actually loved making that because that was such a challenge, but it was also really hard.
Can anyone
But
still
it was
do
really
it?
fun.
Chocolate,
Ice cream's yummy in the tummy tum tum.
Cold and cream is rolling Begin the next bit. Chocolate, vanilla,
Strawberry,
tutti,
fruity, boysenberry,
caramel, chocolate, chocolate, ooh, goes crazy, the banana split.
raspberry ripple, butterscotch toffee, mango, licorice, cherry, bubblegum, apples, cookies and cream. When it's time for ice cream, we scream!
I do my like DJ bit with cherry, you know, cherry.
Alright, our next question is from Victoria in New Jersey. She wants to know if we have any kids and if they love to dance to our music. I
Two
do.
people in the group that do.
Yes, both myself and Rachel have kids. So I've got twins, a boy and a girl who are 2. And they love Bounce Patrol. They listen to it every single time we're in the car because I've got the CDs and they get played on repeat constantly and they love it. They've even got the shirts, which they do actually request to wear. I promise I'm not forcing this on them.
I was
Trust
going to
me.
ask that.
Yeah, I know. Fair enough too. But no, they do. They love it and they dance around. Right now, their favorite one to dance around to is Halloween Stomp because they can just go around the house going, Halloween, stop, 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 and stop their feet everywhere.
Do they recognize you in the videos, do you think? Like,
They do.
Say,
They
"Mommy,
point to
mommy."
me. Yeah, they point to me and go, Mom, Mom, Mama.
It's cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I've got 2 kids. I've got a boy and a girl, and they really enjoy Bounce Patrol too, and having a bit of a boogie, and just they kind of think it's normal to see Mum on TV. Like, "Yeah, there's Mum."
Yeah.
And,
Different experience for our kids.
my son actually did tell me the other day that I'm his favourite wiggle.
Amber would like to know, what are your favourite songs to do? What was your favourite song, everybody?
My favourite's anywhere where I'm dressed up as Superman. So, you know.
Yeah.
Or sword fighting. Sword fighting if you.
Yeah. Yeah, the pirate song was fun.
It was fun.
Yeah.
Batman. I like I'm still talking. I like being Batman.
Center of attention.
What about you, Rachel? Do you have a favourite?
Well, I particularly liked in the submarine song where I had to wear a wetsuit. That was pretty fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Elena from Pennsylvania in the USA asks, what are you going to be for Halloween?
We can just borrow costumes from the rack.
Yeah,
That's
there's a
what
lot
I
of
was
costumes now to choose from.
I was thinking, I'm not sure which one I'm going to borrow this year.
Maybe you guys could tell us what you
Yeah.
think. So what's been
Oh,
your
yeah.
favourite Halloween
Leave a
character?
comment down below what you
Yeah.
think we should be for
Yeah.
Halloween.
What should we be for Halloween?
Oh, what about Jackson as a pumpkin? Can't
Yeah.
remember.
Yeah.
I think you need to be a pumpkin for Halloween.
And that pumpkin suit's amazing.
We just can't get
I'm the
through
real
it
winner.
anymore.
Yeah. Can't do any choreography either, like a waddle. It's kind of rough.
Doesn't matter,
Just
arms
sticking out the side.
It has a fan in it though. Good for summer.
That's true.
Does that have a fan in?
Yeah.
that's how it
inflated.
Inflated.
So Tara Rafferty asks, how did Rachel dance in the video Mummy's Got a Baby in Her Belly? It must have been hard to dance.
Yeah. It was a bit of a challenge. I had my, good supportive pants on. And I also did have a toddler when I was pregnant, so I was kind of used to running around a bit. But my dancing was more like waddling. I think. Too close.
Our next question is from Hillary and her son Lev. Do you all write the songs, plan the choreography, and edit your own videos? Or is there a whole crew behind the scenes that help with these parts?
I work with a couple of different songwriters, and choreography is usually me, although sometimes my cousin Michaela helps out with that. But yeah, the filming, the editing, the planning, the costumes, all of that stuff. This is a one-person crew.
I've got one here from Darry on Twitter. Bounce Patrol, do you find yourselves humming your songs while driving in the car without your kids? Yeah, I've got to say, especially when we've just recorded a song and you've had to sing it over and over and over, get stuck in there. Earworms, lots of earworms in our songs.
Yeah. And quite often Shannon will get a text from one of us being like, Shannon, I can't stop singing the song.
That's so true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I sing in the shower and do all the Bounce Patrol songs.
Yeah.
Actually, it's embarrassing, isn't it? Some of them are catchy.
We've got a question from Angela Hopkins. How long does it take to create a video from start to finish? This is a good one for Shannon.
It depends on the video and how long it is, but generally between 3 to 6 months. We usually have a few going on at the same time because they do take a long time to make, so we don't just start one and spend 6 months on that. I think we have about 10 that are currently in progress at the moment at various stages of being ready.
For those of you who've been asking when we'll finish the alphabet.
Yeah, we're sorry, we're trying.
Takes a while.
Yeah.
Doesn't the alphabet stop at V?
X is being filmed, it's coming.
Yeah.
Emily Jankowski would like to know what makes each of you happy? I really enjoy filming Bounce Patrol videos. I really enjoy hanging out with you guys and watching you do crazy dances and get dressed up in silly costumes like my Barbie dolls.
Is that what we are here? Dolls. Well, I've got a thing, lots of things make me happy, but I love it when we get all your comments who watch our videos and when you tell us how much you love it and how much you want to see more of what we do. It just makes me really happy and it makes what we do super fun. So that's one of the things that makes me really happy.
Yeah. Thank you
Thanks
very
so
much
much
for
for
all your
being
support.
Thank you.
Passing 1 million subscribers is so amazing.
Woo!
We're so excited and we could not have done that without you and all of your support. So thank you so much from all of us for supporting our show. It's great.
Thanks.
See you next time.